and welcome to the DrivingMaul Super Rugby Round 16 predictions. Hi, I'm Paul, the guy behind DrivingMaul, and this is how I see the games going. So round 16 did start a few weeks ago, which is kind of strange, with the Hurricanes losing to the Chiefs at home, but now the South African Conference and the Australian Conference get to catch up with their games as well. So everyone by the end of this weekend will have played the same number of games, which would be like a crazy thing. We'll actually understand where the table really sits at. Don't forget, tonight at 8 p.m. New Zealand time, 9 a.m. UK time, we'll be having a Hash Rugby chat again, and we'll be talking about the Lions, Super Rugby, and also Fiji. So tune in for that on Twitter and on YouTube. That'll be really kind of cool. I've got a lot of good guests lined up for that. But let's crack on with the fixtures. We kick off with the Reds hosting the Brumbies. Now, the Reds have had a really poor season with only 3 wins. The Brumbies have managed 6 and are on a run of on a 3-win running streak. But if you look at who those wins were against, it was the Rebels, Jaguares and Kings. So hardly high quality opposition there for the Brumbies. Still, I think the Brumbies should get up over the Reds, and so I'm backing the Brumbies by 7. Next, we travel over to Perth for the Force hosting the Rebels. Yes, that big clash of the two teams that are up for the top in Australia. It looks like it's going to be heading towards court action one way or another, but we'll see. I mean, South Africa look to have got their teams sorted out, so it just comes down to Australia to sort theirs out and how they're going to do that. The Force have bounced back well since the announcement was made, putting in good performances and picking up a couple of wins as well. The Rebels initially looked good, but then have just regressed back to their poor selves again. Just 1 win and a draw so far. So I'm back in the Force to win that one quite comfortably by 10. We then head back next to it. So the following day we're in Sydney for the Waratahs hosting the Jaguares. Now, whilst the Jaguares have won 5 games to the Waratahs 4, most of the 4 of those wins came in the first 5 games of the season, and 4 of those wins have been at home. The only team they've won away against that was Kings first up, when the Kings were poor, and they have improved since then. The Waratahs, on the other hand, really haven't got their season going at all this season. Even so, I think the Jaguares on the road are not the prospect they are at home, or they were at home at the beginning of the season. This travel and having all the players playing in the national team really does take its toll. I think we're going to see the Waratahs get up that one, and so I'm backing the Waratahs by 7. Then back in South Africa for the Bulls hosting the Kings. Now, as I say, the Kings have improved and they've won 4 of their last 6 games, but they've just had to travel all the way to Argentina and back again, whereas we saw a resurgent Bulls get a win at the weekend with a much better style of rugby as well. So it wasn't just the win, it was also the performance. So adding in that travel for the Kings, the list of mistakes, and you've got to say the Bulls should win there and back up. We'll see whether last week was a flash in the pan or whether they have actually turned the corner with that international break. But I think the Bulls win it on by 7. Come on down, and then to finish the weekend we have the Stormers hosting the Sunwolves. Now, the Stormers got that win last weekend over the Cheetahs, and the Cheetahs put 40 points on, or won by 40 points against the Sunwolves. So you've got to say that the home side here are the real strong favourites. The Sunwolves haven't won since, when is it now? Since they beat the Bulls way back in April. So really, in the last game they lost by 87 points. The Cheetahs, they lost by 40 points, 21 before that. So it has been a bit of a thrashing. Now, I normally don't go much more than 14 points, but I'm going to back the Stormers here by 40. And if the Cheetahs win by 40, and then the Stormers beat the Cheetahs, you've got to say they should rack up the same number of points. Also, the Stormers are trying to build some form going into the playoffs. They know they're going to have a home quarter-final, probably against a New Zealand side, so they need some form to be able to cope with that. And that's going to mean getting a couple of good performances under their belts. There we go. Quick reminder, Hash Rugby chat tonight. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to give your thumbs up, and please do share if you're watching it on Twitter. My link to my newsletter, which comes out every Thursday, is above on Twitter and down below on YouTube. Don't worry, you don't get spammed. I say it's once a week on a Thursday with links to all the stuff that I do. So please do that, and it will also let you know when the next Super Rugby chats or post-game reactions, live post-game reactions I'm doing as well. So thank you for watching. I'll be back, I'll also be around tonight with House Rugby Chat, and I'll also be back tomorrow with another video. So do check that out.